Right, here we are at the castle. Dog is going to have a bit of a rest now. They just had a bit of a play with the ball, so they can rest. Lay down, rest. Amber, down now. Lay down, bubs. Rest now, okay? Lay down, rest. Have a little rest, babies. So anyway, yes, it's the 25th of December now. Christmas Day, yeah. Well, the message for now is going to be family, I suppose, because that's the thing. What does Christmas Day really do? What's it really about? It's not about the Lord. Nope. Well, certainly not. Never really has been, but certainly is not about the Lord in any way, shape or form. Although I've had a bit of time of worship and praise, and dogs have had a walk earlier. They've had some treats, which is good, isn't it, eh? Yeah. We're going to do food when we get back. But yeah, the point I was talking about family is obviously Christmas time is a massive pressure on relationships. Huge pressure on relationships. Well, there's a present buying to start with. Yeah, because as I've said before, this time of the year you've got to, more than any other time of the year, really pretend that you are pleased with the absolute tosh that people buy you. You can pretend it's exactly what you wanted when it was never what you wanted in any way, shape or form. Nope, it just wasn't. That's the reality of the situation. But you've got to pretend that it was, oh, what a fantastic gift. Exactly what I wanted. But of course, the gift buying says an awful lot about the person who's supposed to love you. Do they really know you? Why did they buy this when they should have known you wouldn't like it? All these sort of things go on at this time of the year. So, penny off. Then you've got the fact that you spend the whole morning together. It's a whole day when you're supposed to show love to family and to loved ones. And, tricky situation to say the least. Because, again, you come together for the meal. And you often have parents and you have in-laws and you have cousins, or certainly brothers and sisters and their families. And anyone who you don't particularly get along with, now we've got the situation. Where it's being pushed a bit, because normally you don't spend that much time together, but of course now you do. Because now it's Christmas, now you're supposed to spend time together, so it's like, right, okay. What are you waiting for, Bamba? I'm not going to kick the ball yet, we're having a rest. You've noticed you've had a run down here. Look at Chewie. He's got huffy puffy, isn't he? Hey, and Lucy's got a sticky. She's happy. Aye. No, as I say, we're family. I mean, these are my family. That's it. Border Collie there, number 1. There's number 2. There's number 3 there. Number 4. And number 5. There you go. There's number 5. My little smiley Riley. Hey? Yeah. You've got a massive smiley face, ain't you, Riley? Yeah. See that big smile? See that big smile? That's why he's called Smiley Riley, isn't it, eh? Is that why you're called Smiley Riley, for that big smile? That's why you need to rest as well, mate. You've got huffy puffies, didn't you? So rest for a minute. We'll play again in a minute, okay? There's other people with dog. Two people with dogs who were trailing quite a way behind us and kept on stopping. So it's like, well, let's see if they go past. If they're going to take a walk along the line, the railway line, then they can go and do that. While we play here. Well, I say also it's a case where, during this time of the year, you've got Boxing Day you spend together. Now, what the heck is the point of Boxing Day? Is Boxing Day the point of just when you deal with the boxes from the presents you've had the day before? Or is that the time you're supposed to go and see a boxing match? No idea. I imagine it's been called Boxing Day for longer than what we've had cardboard boxes that we put presents in. So, why on earth is it called Boxing Day? Anyone knows? Please answer in comments. Feel free to do so. Educate me. Absolutely. But yeah, it got me thinking. Also, you're talking about relationships. From a kingdom point of view, the fact that the church hasn't been really teaching people and guiding people and leading people in the way they should have done You've had people in the church getting married and using the same process to date and get married and work out whether they are supposed to be with someone as people who are not Christians do. Are you attractive? Yes. Okay, do we get along? Yes. That'll do. Yeah, rather than from a Christian point, is this God's will? Is this what God actually wants? Is this the person that God has made for me? And that's why so many Christian relationships just don't work. And that's bad. Really bad. And again, this time of the year is going to put so much more pressure on them than any non-Christian couple, because as a Christian couple you're supposed to be celebrating the Lord on this day, at least that may be your understanding, and it's supposed to be about family, it's supposed to be about you loving each other, so you've got to pretend that things are great even though they may not be. Difficult. Really difficult. There's no simple answer to it really, apart from, as I've said before, look, if you're already married and you think that maybe God didn't put you two together, you can still ask God to do that. You can ask God to cement your relationship. Yeah. To join you two together in His eyes, in His will, in His way. You can still ask God to do that, and it'd be a fantastic thing if you did that, because you wouldn't end up being divorced, so that's good. However, understand it from another point of view. If you, the female, is made for another male, and you, the husband, is made for another female, then you marrying each other causes huge problems. Because now there's a male and a female out there who are supposed to be married to you two, and yet they won't be now. Or if they're going to be, that means they have to wait for a long time, but it also means that now they're in a situation where they're faced with you, and you've recently married someone else and had to get divorced because you married the wrong person. Now you're telling them that it was supposed to be them. Don't blame them for testing it. Of course they should, shouldn't they, really? So would you, if you were in that situation. You would test it. But it's a tough time. It is indeed. For relationships, a very, very tough time indeed. Oh dear. And so, as I said yesterday, do I miss that? No. Because if you're with the right one, then any day would be like Christmas. Every day would be like Christmas. Every single day, waking up next to that person would be like Christmas every single day. If you're with the wrong person, then no day would seem like Christmas. Every Christmas day would seem like any other day. Apart from there be a lot more pressure on it. So, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway. So, yeah. We need to try and make sure that we are led and guided by the Holy Spirit, to be led and guided to the person that God wants us to be with. As well as everything else. Everything else. I mean, if you want a good relationship and you're a Christian, then you need to make sure that you're with the person that God wants you to be with. Chewie, get in now, Nata. Where are you going? Chewie! Chewie, you're running away too far. It's a softball, you moron. Nata. Not even pumped up. It's not going to go anywhere near. He will go way beyond that wall there and think, okay, I can kick it easy there. Well, I can, but the problem is I don't even know if he's going to get it, and what's beyond that wall is a bit of a dip. So it's not exactly going to work. Come here, Chewie. Now. Chewie! Well, Riley's going to get that, I guess. Or Chewie's going to get it. I don't know. We're both. Okay. Both got it. Okay. That's why the push is being be led, be guided by the Holy Spirit. It's because in all things we need to be led and guided, because you can be led and guided in your ministry, but if in your personal life you've been neglecting that and you haven't been led and guided by the Holy Spirit, but you've been led and guided by emotions or lust or goodness knows what else. You're single, that other person is single, you sort of like each other, so why not? You might be the only young single people in your church. So you think, well, it must be them, mustn't it? No. Not in any way, shape or form. It doesn't mean it must be. It's quite likely, put it this way, if you're the person who you're supposed to be with, as soon as you see that person, properly see that person, you will fall in love with them, right? So if you've known that person for 2-3 years, it's probably not the person you're supposed to be with then. Mollie Collie. Mollie missed it. You're laying down, Mollie. You've got to get up, baby, ain't you? Nutter. Yeah. It's the point. If you've known the person for that long and you weren't in love with them for all that time, chances are that's not the right person. Mollie Collie. Get Mollie. Here you go, Border Collie. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Lucy's still got a sticky. She's a happy girl. Mollie got ball now. There's Chewie. Running round. Here he goes. Here he goes. Here goes Chewie. Here goes the handsome boy. Border Collie, where are you going? Where are you going to? Love, love, love. Come on, Mollie. Aye. Well, that's it. I mean, look, put it this way. I mean, I know from my own personal point of view, of course, if I had the chance to be with the person that God has to me when I take it, of course I would. No doubt about it. Of course I'd take it. But, would I be happy with the risk of being with the wrong person? No. No, absolutely not. Not in any way, shape or form. Is it Chewie? Is he a 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 Chewie? He's a Chewie. Or is he a choo-choo? Oh, yes. He's a choo-choo. Oh. You got afty pufties, choo-choo? Have you got afty pufties? You have. Oh, poor little choo-choo. Look at the baby boy. Oh, yes. Chewie. Oh, good catch, Chewie. Good catch, my boy. He definitely got after pufties, didn't you, Chewie? Look at that face. Look at that face. Who couldn't love that face? Look at that big smile, eh? Look at that. What a handsome boy he is. Eh? Yes. Cool. There you go, they got the ball. He's a handsome boy, is Chewie. No, look, folks, I've got these. So, I wouldn't want to bring someone else into the equation who wasn't the right person. Not in any way, shape or form, because that would be a difficult relationship, to say the least, if they weren't right. And we'd probably end up splitting up. So therefore, they wouldn't be good for these, because they would get attached to the person and not good. So no, wouldn't want that in any way, shape or form. Mollie Collie. She just lays there. That's all she does, lay there. I kicked the ball to her, it got right to her, she just hit it with her mouth and it rolled down there to Riley. Jesus, Mollie. Mollie Collie, you're being lazy, ain't you? You're being lazy, girl. Mollie Collie. Get Mollie. She got it that time, there you go. Because it wasn't right to her. She got it that time, that's cool. Alright. No, I mean, you are better off being single than being with the wrong person. Because arguments. Oh, jeez, no thanks. Life is too short for that sort of crap. Really, really is. To have that. Oh no. No, that's very unpleasant. I don't want that. No. Hear it all the time. I've heard it with people all the time. Don't want it. No. No, I don't want it. Not in any way, shape or form. Come here, Bull. Bull, here now. Mollie. Come on, Mollie. Bull. Mollie. Oh, jeez. What is she doing? Bring the ball here. Come on. Hurry up. Come on, ball here. We've got the people with dogs that are over there now. They seem to have gone over there. Oh, there she is. There's Mollie. Make your mind up. Chewie. Love. No, I mean, look, the reality is that a lot of relationships can work if you're willing to actually put the effort in. If you're willing to communicate and make sure you've got that communication set up where that's going to be really good, you're fine. You've got a good chance of it being okay. Even though, you're gonna have to work through some issues if you're not the right people for each other. You can make it work. Absolutely. With a desire to make it work, of course you can. It's like business. You can make a business work, even though maybe you're not got everything quite perfect at the start. You can actually change things. You can get things there after the start. Same as a relationship. It doesn't have to be absolutely spot on perfect. That's the reality of the situation. But it's going to take time. Wait, come here. Right, that's someone's collar. Okay. Come here. Oi. Oh, well, this was left here previously. Okay. Yeah, I think this was probably left here previously from the previous time we got here. That's one of the collars. That was Mollie's old collar. Yeah. Okay. I remember that one. Yeah, it's not very good. Not really, no. Mollie, ball now. Leave it. There you go. Alright, so work at it. Definitely relationships can work, but I mean, if you've got children, if one of you's got children, then it might not be a good idea to get involved with the person who's not the person for you. You can get involved with the person that is the person for you if you've got children, because then the risk is small. Same with dogs. Dogs are like children. They will get connected to the person. So you don't really want to bring someone in who might not be the right person. That's incredibly selfish, and you see a lot of people doing that. You really do. And again, this time of the year tests that massively and shows it up for what it is. Just two adults who just don't want to be alone and sod their kids, basically. That's not good at all. Not in any way, shape or form. That is not good. That's not a good situation to be in. That is bad. So there you go. Christmas is about relationships, but if you want a relationship to work, then try and make sure before you get married to someone or join to somebody. Join means physically joining with somebody. Make sure it's the person that God wants for you. Because the cost, if it isn't, is too high. Just too high. Potentially the damage that could be done to you and to your unit, whether it's dogs or whether it's kids, the damage that can be done is immense. You really don't want to do that. Not in any way, shape or form. you know, and you know, falling in love with someone who isn't the person for you is bad. Falling in love with someone who is the person for you, but then they go and marry someone else, is bad. But it's all down to lack of, you know, being led. So, Mollie, did you want that one? There you go, you get it, Babs. You get it, Mollie Carly. There you go, Papa Cow. Chee! There you go, Chew. He's a nutter. He's an absolute nutter, is Choo Choo. Hey, Chew, you're a nutter. Hey, Choo Choo, a nutter. You're a nutter for the ball, Chewie, are you? Come on, Mollie. She's a nutter as well. Just in a lesser manner, really. But that's the point in relationships. Understand that you've each got different personalities. Because even though, ideally speaking, the person who, well, put it this way, the person who God made for you is going to be someone who works with you beautifully. Yeah. You're going to work together fantastically beautifully. Chewie! That's the reality. The areas that you're weak in, that person should be strong in. You should both be good at communication. Well, it's like, what's that, the old phrase? That, you know, the couple, one liked fat, the other one didn't. One liked the meat lean, one liked the fat. So therefore, you know, they work well because one who didn't really want the fat gave the fat to the other one who liked it. And that really is what relationships are, isn't it, really? Is that you work well, you flow together. That's how it should be. You should flow nicely. You're not going to flow nicely if you're not made for each other. Because it's basically like having a ship that's made part ship, part car. It's not going to drive very well, and it's not going to float very well. Either way, it's not really made for anything, is it? You know, the parts aren't made for each other, so not good. Because obviously, if you've got a boat that's made of pure boat, then it should float pretty well. If you've got a car that's made pure car, then it should drive pretty well, shouldn't it, really? If you've got half boat, half car, if you've ever watched Top Gear, the UK programme, when they have these stupid designs where they go and make boat car, they never work. Not very well at all. Yeah, because you can do it, but you have to be an absolute genius to do it. There you go, Mollie Carly. Here you go, Papa Girl. Love, 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 love. Oh, yes. Love, 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 love. Oh, yes. I've left some worship music on indoors. Well, I used to do that. Actually, I used to do that all the time. Just to try and sort of correct the spiritual nature indoors, because that can help. It may even influence people that hear it. You never know. Probably not, but you never know. It may do. No. Time will tell. So, yeah, indeed, that's the point of it, really. But I wish you well, all of you, at this time and this day, with your relationships and with your coming together as family. I mean, especially at the moment with the government saying about COVID, and the coming together as family is sort of a bit more pressured as a result of that as well, isn't it, really? Because, you know, you're sort of pressured to have a good time because this is really the only day of the year you can actually come together. So all in all, bit of a pain in the butt. Not helpful, not easy, but it is what it is. Never, 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 never. Alright, it is what it is. And folks, just got to get on with it. You just got to try and manage the situation the best you can. And I wish you well for today. I really do. Not easy. Yeah. I fully acknowledge the fact that that's not easy in any way, shape or form. I mean, yeah. May God bless you, and yeah, keep focused on your relationship with God and being led by the Holy Spirit, and hopefully, with that being the case, you will be led by the Holy Spirit and you will be focused on God. And then when things do get tough, which they will do, that's life. It is life, isn't it? That's the way life goes. It can get tough sometimes. When it does, you'll be okay, because your focus will be right and you'll be led by the Holy Spirit, which is going to help you immensely. So yeah, right, let's get doggies in car. You going in car? In car now, go home. Go home now, babies. Yes. In you go. Choo-choo. Oh no, we've got a bigger stick in here. Lucy, bring it here. Bring the stick. Bring it here, Lucy. Stick it here. Thank you, Bubba. No more of that. I can go over there, back in the woods. Where it belongs. Chewie, up. Right, I'll just get Mollie in. You take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.